Welcome in here to Millet Hall in Oxford, Ohio, as we have just a few seconds before the match will kick off. Starting lineups have yet to be announced. But while we talk about this, Carter, I want you to give me the one impact player you think for Miami that could get them their second win in MAC play.
I'm glad you asked, Chaz. So one of the standout players that I've really seen from Miami so far happens to be their outside hitter, number 1, Reagan Lance, who is currently a sophomore. She has 14 kills, only 1 assist, but she has been, from what I've heard, the leading charge of this Miami Redhawks team. She is definitely going to be one to look out for so far, and that is one of the standout players from Miami that really caught my attention.
All right, that is an interesting pick. We do have starting lineups officially out now. If you would do me the honor, can you list off the starting lineup for the Miami Redhawks?
Yeah, absolutely. So currently the starting lineup for the Miami Redhawks right now is number 1, Reagan Lance, as we have my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. So the current starters out right now are number 3, Aaron McClure, number 10, Ellie Hansen, number 11, Gentry Warwick, number 14, Caroline Kermack, number 18, Amaya Cooper, number 17, Gracie Norris, number 21, Anna Vetter, and number 24, Ava Francis. So that is the current starting lineup for Miami as of right now, as they are going through the lineups as we currently speak.
Starting off for the orange and brown, I hate to play spoiler here, folks, but it's pretty much what you expected. Starting off as number 1 defensive specialist, the freshman, Sydney Hernandez. Number 7, the 6'4" junior middle blocker from Gulf, Ontario. You know the name, Jessica Andrews. Number 9, 6'1" senior outside hitter from Louisville, Kentucky, Mia Tyler. 6'3" sophomore from Batavia, Illinois, the Baker herself, setter Amanda Otten. Number 11, number 12, the libero, Lindsay LaPinta, the 5'5" grad student from Olmsted Falls. Number 14, the engine of this Falcon offense, Lauren Hovey, the 6' junior opposite. And number 16, the 5th year seasoned vet, 6'1" middle blocker, Alexis Mattil. So with that said, we are just moments away from the first serve here at Millet Hall in Oxford, Ohio. I'm Chaz McNeil, joined by Carter Leonard. If you want to catch the recap for this game or the rebroadcast of this call for that matter, you can check out bgfalconmedia.com. We will have the recap up as soon as this game is over. Give us about an hour to breathe, and we will have that posted. So all that being said, on the floor now for both squads, we will have number 16, Amaya Cooper, number 21, Anna Vetter, number 14, Caroline Kermack, number 10, Ellie Hansen, and checking out is Gentry Warwick for the libero, Anna McClure. On the Falcon side is number 16, Alexis Mattil, number 9, Mia Tyler, 14, Lauren Hovey. Out will check Jessica Andrews for Lindsay LaPinta, Amanda Otten, number 11 to serve, and Sydney Hernandez, number 1. So we are just seconds away from some volleyball action here in Miami, as Bowling Green look to host the MAC Tournament Championship as they sit second in the MAC standings.
Boy, Chaz, let me tell you what, the anticipation is high right now as we speak.
Otten waiting for her signal. The whistle waits. And, well, we're going to get a pretty extended wait here as they just take a breather. Otten kind of just figuring out what's happening, just taking her time.
Just chilling back there, just waiting for the final call.
And this is something we have to mention. This is a very prestigious Miami volleyball program. I mean, to our right, we can just see how many MAC championships they have, how much work they have I mean, this is a team whose resume from the past really backs them up now. Now, they might not be the best this year, but man, what a great history this team has.
Yeah, just to see like all those accolades as we currently see the banners to our right-hand side, it's just amazing to see the accomplishments they've had over the years.
Otten's serve is up and over. It will be dug out there by McClure, picked up by Norris on the attack. We will have a Red Hawk attack go outside. That came off of Caroline Cermak. So Otten will serve again. Point goes the Falcon way. This serve by Amanda Otten is up. It carries out. No, she snuck it in. I mean, you had all of Miami saying that one was out, but no, what a great job there by Otten, just tucking that one in there for a service ace. She had 3 aces against Kent, leading the team last Saturday, so maybe it's not that much of a surprise as this serve by Otten is up and over again, dug out there by McClure. Tough one. Norris picks it up. On the attack is McClure. Up is Hernandez, joust at the net. It will be kept alive by Cooper. Norris over to McClure, off the hands, dug out there by LaPinta. Set up Otten to Mia Tyler. It'll be kept alive again by McClure. Set up Norris over to McClure. Kept up, pushed over. It's Mia Tyler. That one goes off the hands, dug out there by Ellie Hansen. Will it be saved? No, it will not. Anna McClure cannot play. Spoiler there. Falcons go up early, 3-0.
Yeah, what a great job by Bowling Green trying to build that momentum early, and they are doing just that. You know, you could thank Amanda Otten for really getting that started out.
I mean, something Bowling Green has been very good at in recent has been keeping volleys alive and cashing in, as this serve by Otten will be dug out by Hansen. The setup to Cermak. That one goes off the block and outside. Miami get their first point in this matchup, 3-1. Number 14, Caroline Cermak will serve. The 5'11 senior outside hitter from Louisville, Kentucky. Up with the left hand, over with the right. Dug out by Mia Tyler, kept alive by LaPinta. Back to Tyler. She spins it, and it will go off of several Red Hawks, ending on Gracie Norris for 1. Falcon advantage.
Yeah, it just looked like it was a bit of a scramble there for the ball, and it was just too little too late for the Red Hawks right there.
That was some mean topspin we saw go off of the hand of Mia Tyler. She didn't put much power into it, but got it to go, spinning off the net, as out will check Sydney Hernandez and Mia Tyler, and will check Avery Anders and Jordan Newblatt. Anders' serve will be picked up by the Red Hawks, sent over by Anna Vetter, and it will cash as that one hits the donut, 2-4.
Yeah, you mentioned Mia Tyler being, you know, one of the big-time players for Bowling Green, currently leading the charge right now, just all over the place as we have currently seen.
The serve by Anna Francis will be received. Lauren Hovey's attack cross court finds new territory as the Falcons will score. It's 5-2. Interesting look there is Anna Francis is also wearing the libero garb. So we have double libero action here. Anna McClure checks in for Francis. Alexis Mattil's serve will be dug out by McClure. Set up. Norris pushed over is Cermak. Jordan Newblatt's attack finds ground. That was a great cross-court shot there by Newblatt, and just soft play here by Miami in terms of they're really playing up on the net. They're not really going back into the backcourt, and that side where Jordan Newblatt attacked cross-court had nobody.
Yeah, if you leave that backcourt open, that's just going to lead to a whole bunch of problems.
Served by Alexis Mattil, dug out by McClure. Set up. Cermak on the attack is Williams. That one goes off of the Falcon high and out. So it'll go 6-3. Bowling Green advantage. On the serve, Anna Vetter, the 5'11 freshman from Kenilworth, Illinois. Vetter's serve up, low, dug out by Anders. Bump set, Hovey over to Newblatt. Soft touch in the donut, in the net. It's bobbled around, but it will be pushed over by Norris. Bump set LaPinta to Lauren Hovey off the block, kept alive by Newblatt. Did they have net in? Oh, it was a fourth touch. That one actually never made it over in the first place.
Yeah, it's just the little mistakes like that you can't make, but advantage still Bowling Green right now as set number 1 continues.
This serve by Vetter, up and over, dugout Anders. Otten to Jessica Andrews with the kill, 7-4. And that's the thing we've seen. I mentioned it a bit in the pregame, but Bowling Green have done such a good job of spreading the offense. Lauren Hovey was towards the top of the MAC in kills towards the start of the season. Now, she's not even on the list. Is that because she's been doing bad? No. It's because Bowling Green has actually just spread the ball. We saw Jessica Andrews got a kill there. Amanda Otten has been doing setter dumps. As this serve by Lauren Hovey will go as an ace. It goes off of Anna McClure, who tries to dig it out. And Hovey, who holds the all-time in the rally scoring era service ace record, gets another one in her record book. Second straight serve here for Lauren Hovey. Is up and low, but it carries off of McClure. Set up Norris over to Chelsea Williams, kept alive. Jordan Newblatt tries to save it, runs into the tower. She will not get there in time. It's 8-5.
And one thing that you really mentioned, Chaz, that I really agreed upon was the fact that Bowling Green just getting everybody involved, just spreading everybody out. Lauren Hovey leading kills at one point, but that was dethroned by one of the Falcons' very own. It's just that widespread playmaking style is what's going to get the job done.
The serve here by Ellie Hansen will be dug out by Anders. Set up Otten over to Hovey off the block. McClure digs it out. Norris to Warwick. It'll be kept alive by Anders. Otten to Newblatt off the hands. Did she tuck it in? Yes, she did. 9-5. And just to expand on that point a little bit, Bowling Green is towards the bottom of the MAC in kills. They have 1,012. That averaged them 12.49 a set, but they're third in points. That does come off of them leading the MAC in blocks, but still they have spread out this offense as number one, Sydney Hernandez will serve for the Orange and Brown. That one dug out, set up Norris, pushed over, kept alive by Otten. Set up Hovey to Mia Tyler. That one's going to be kept alive by Mercer, but it's going to be one touch over on the Falcon side. Mia Tyler gets another shot at it, and she cashes in 10-5.
Talking about the dominance that Mia Tyler brings every single match, that is just a great example of how good she is on this BG front.
Serve again, Sydney Hernandez. Up, over, dug out there by Hansen. Set up Norris, over on the attack is Hansen again, and she gets it just a bit outside. So Bowling Green right now, you can just kind of smell the momentum in the air. Not so much happening. They're getting some long volleys in there, but they're surviving them. That has been a game key for them as of late, as this serve by Sydney Hernandez is low, but it will be dug out by McClure. Tough one there. Norris, bump set over to Caroline Cermak. Did she tuck it in? No, another attack error for the Red Hawks already today. That puts them at 3.
You talk about the momentum BG has. You know, we talked with Lauren Hovey at one point. She talks about how the team always likes to rally together when times are not great during a match, but them rallying together and bringing themselves up every single time is something that this BG team has always been good doing, just being supportive of each other no matter what, through the good and the bad. That's just a great team dynamic right there.
With that said, we will get a timeout from Dan Gwitt in his first season with the Miami Red Hawks. We are going to take a short break. You are listening to Falcon Volleyball here on Falcon Radio.
When someone hears the words, "you have cancer," it's one of the darkest moments in their life. Light the Night brings light to the darkness of cancer by uniting survivors, patients, and supporters in the cause to end cancer. We form a community of hope, raising funds in support of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. The discoveries made by LLS-supported research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. When we walk, cancer runs. Join the movement to end cancer today. Visit us at lightthenight.org.
You pledged your life to serve. You made sacrifices, lost loved ones. At VA, we don't see the falls you've taken. We see the 1,000 times you've stood back up. We embrace your uniqueness and won't trivialize your hardships. We can't promise to heal all wounds or wash away all trauma, but we do see a path forward. We see all veterans. We see you. Learn how treatment works and recovery is possible. Visit maketheconnection.net.
Welcome back here to Millett Hall in Oxford, Ohio. I'm Chaz McNeil, joined by Carter Leonard. And Carter, man, Bowling Green off to a 12-5 start here in set number 1 against the Miami Redhawks. As
we mentioned, that's just about that momentum building. That's one thing that BG has done really well so far.
Served by Sydney Hernandez, will be dug out there by McClure, kept alive, but blocked at the top by the combination of Amanda Otten Mia Tyler and Jessica Andrews, as this serve by Hernandez will go up and over. Did she sneak it in? No, she didn't. So that will stop, I believe, a 6 or 7 point run for the orange and brown. Miami score there at 6-13.
Go ahead, Jess.
Gentry Warwick sends this one up and over. Dug out by Hernandez, set up Otten over as Mia Tyler, right arm. That one will go off of the forearm of Emily Morgan, and Bowling Green will stay a point ahead, 14-6.
As the set goes on, we continue to see BG just continue to build that momentum, getting themselves hyped up, and it's what's going to get this match win if they continue to do so.
This serve by Lindsay LaPinta is up and over, dug out by McClure. Set up, Norris. Pushing it over is Cermak, kept alive. Set up, LaPinta to Mia Tyler. That one goes off of Hansen. On the attack there is Cermak. Otten sets to Tyler. Did she get it in? They're saying she did, but McClure was right there and she's shaking her finger. Will we get a challenge here by Dan Gwitt? No, we won't. Lindsay LaPinta will serve yet again.
It's always calls like that are always so close, but at the end of the day, this final say is final.
Hernandez lofts it to McClure, who dives, takes a hard hit, but stays up. Otten, that is a center dump to the donut. Bowling Green scores 16-6. They are up 10 on the Redhawks.
What a job by Amanda Otten right there. Noticing the middle was just completely wide open. The set up for that play. Great job by the Falcons.
That's what you call foreshadowing there, Carter. I mentioned the setter dumps, and there she just right arm just put it down as the serve by Lindsay LaPinta will go off of Anna McClure, and she will ace it. That will go for Bowling Green 17-6. Falcons already in the territory of getting set number 1 with just 14 minutes passing in action. Lindsay LaPinta's third straight serve. That's a lofty one. It'll be dug out by Hansen. Set up Norris on the attack is Cooper. Kept alive. Bump set. Lindsay LaPinta to Mia Tyler. Did it get off a hand? No, it did not. It went outside. 7-17.
I can only imagine how Daniela Tomic really feels about this squad, getting off to a very, very dominating start, and that's definitely something you want to see if you're on the Falcons side of things, just bringing that intensity each and every time you step foot on the court.
This serve here by Gracie Norris will be dug out by Mia Tyler. Set up Otten to Lauren Hovey. Soft touch. Bumped up. Anna Vetter. Gracie Norris on the attack will be blocked. This attack by Hansen will be kept alive by Hovey. Set up Otten to Alexis Mattil. Kept alive. Blocked at the top. It's going to be bobbled around. Amanda Otten to Lauren Hovey to Mia Tyler. That one's going to be dug out by Cermak. On the attack will be Vetter. That one goes off of Hovey. Dug out there by Otten. Free play opportunity as LaPinta opts to send it over. Set up Norris. On the attack there is Vetter. That one goes off the hands. Sydney Hernandez set her dump to Amanda Otten, and she puts it away. 18-7. Bowling Green have all the momentum here.
Chaz, I don't know about you, but I think Amanda Otten is definitely someone we're going to be talking a lot about tonight. She is having a really phenomenal start to this match, and it shows right then and there.
Amanda Otten's serve is low, and it's out. That's what we call here, Carter, the commentator's curse. As we talked about her just there, but not in the best light. That will go as the first service error for Otten and the second, I believe, for the orange and brown.
Nobody likes the commentator's curse, so I was just unfortunate to be a benefactor in that.
On the serve, Caroline Cermak. Cermak serve is up. It's a high one, and it will be dug out by Sydney Hernandez. Set up Otten to Lauren Hovey. Crosses over to Gracie Norris, kept alive by McClure. Pushed over, free play opportunity is Carolyn Cermak. Set up Otten, pushed over, soft touch. Alexis Mattil will get the kill. Alexis Mattil currently ranks with the highest hitting percentage in the MAC. She's got a .409 hitting percentage as a middle blocker, 155 kills. So she's no slouch, 308 total attempts. She has been wrecking shop. Avery Anders will serve. The freshman lofts this one. It's a hard hit ball dug out by Williams. Pushed over is Cooper. Set up Otten over to Jordan Newblatt. Did Newblatt hit the net? No, they're actually going to say that was a double hit or a setting mistake, excuse me, by Miami. Bowling Green will hit the 20 club.
Now it's that time where they are officially in the range of putting this set away or very, very early.
Avery Anders' serve is out. Back-to-back commentators' curses there for you, Carter.
I have to judge whether or not I should say the right thing, but got me twice. 3 times it might be a trend, Chaz.
You know what? If there's any time to say it right now, as Ava Francis comes in as a libero. And this one will be dug out by Lindsay Lapina. Set up Otten to Lauren Hovey. She cross court. Great shot through the arm. She tooled the blocks. And Bowling Green are now within 4 as Alexis Mathill will serve for Bowling Green.
Lauren Hovey continuing to add on to what has already been an impressive start to the year for the young junior.
Alexis Mathill into the net. Service error number 3. Or excuse me, number 4 from 4 different Falcons. 13 service errors for the Orange and Brown against Kent State in the sweep on Saturday, something that Coach Tomich said she wanted to clean up. On the service, Anna Vetter, dug out by Avery Anders. Tough one, and Anna Vetter will give the Falcons a taste of their own medicine. That will be an ace.
And you mentioned about Daniela Tomich, you know, obviously this Bowling Green team is really rolling right now, but they're not all perfect. There's some mistakes that they still need to clean up as time goes along.
Vetter's serve, dug out by Lindsay Lapina. Bump set, Amanda Otten, soft touch, Jordan Newblatt to McClure. Kept up is Norris. On the attack is Caroline Cermak. Did she get it in? Yes, she did. 12-21. A bit of momentum building.
You know, we talked a lot about closing out in the pregame, Chaz, and that goes for BG as well. You have to close out the set. You have to continue that momentum rolling until you hit 25.
On the serve, Anna Vetter will be dug out there by Avery Anders. Set up Amanda Otten to Jordan Newblatt. That one goes off the block. Caroline Cermak set up Gracie Norris. On the attack is Williams. Dug out Anders. Pushed over is Newblatt, and she will not get it all the way over. It will drop in front of her. Unable to dig it out, 13-21. Now we've got a swing of our own as we will have 3 straight points for Miami. Or 4 straight, excuse me. Anna Vetter to serve again. Up and low, but it will be dug out by a diving Avery Anders. Set up Otten behind her head. Lauren Hovey. That one will not be dug out by Caroline Cermak. Bowling Green now within 3.
As Bowling Green keeps chipping away, you know, Miami is really going to have to question, you know, what could they do better as the next set approaches. You know, what are they not necessarily being blown out right now, but they are keeping close tabs on BG as we speak.
On the serve, Lauren Hovey. It's up and over. Dug out by Caroline Cermak. Set up Norris. Pushed over is Gentry Warwick. She put a little bit too much mustard on that one. 23-13 Bowling Green as Lauren Hovey now has another shot to bring this game 1 away from closing out set number 1 here at Millett Hall. Hovey does her pre-serve warm-up. This ball is up and low, but it will be dug out by Caroline Cermak. Putting it back is Jordan Newblatt, and we will have just 1 more point separating Bowling Green from set number 1.
And one thing that has been a very glancing issue for Miami is that they are leaving a lot of spots open for Bowling Green to really take advantage and get those easy points.
Lauren Hovey for the set. This ball is up. It's low. It will be dug out there by Caroline Cermak. Set up Norris. On the attack is Williams. That one gets out by Lindsay Lapenta. And they are going to rule that one as net interference from the Orange and Brown. So now we will have Ellie Hansen to serve. Miami stay alive for 1 more point. Falcons have 10 to play with. Miami 1. Lindsay Lapenta takes this out. Amanda Otten to Jessica Andrews, who just pushes it over. It'll be kept alive. Norris to Cermak. Lapenta to Otten to Newblatt. Off the hands. It'll be kept alive there by Hansen. Set up McClure Over is Caroline Cermak, and she cashes cross court, 15-24. Now within 9 are the Red Hawks.
Despite the fact that they're being down 9, Miami's still showing a lot of fight.
And just like that, you never want to get too far ahead of yourself as Ellie Hansen sends that one into the net. It will go as an error, and Bowling Green will close out set number 1, 25-15 here at Millett Hall. Don't go anywhere. You are listening to Falcon Volleyball here on Falcon Radio.
Actress Allison Sweeney for American Humane.
For more than 100 years, American Humane Association has been teaching kids to be kind to animals. Those in our homes, on the farms, on the silver screen, and wildlife conservation, caring for the world's vanishing creatures. But we can't do it alone. Visit kindness100.org to find ways to teach kids how they can make a more caring and humane world for all of us.
Hi everybody, I'm Jack Hanna. Since I was a boy, I've been fascinated with animals, especially their tireless work ethic. Just look at birds who gather supplies to build nests, or penguins who travel up to 500 miles to secure food for their families. This work ethic is shared by our best friends, canines who perform life-saving work every day. Dogs comfort returning veterans. They work with diabetics, alerting them when there's a change in their blood chemistry. Working dogs are valuable in many ways. So please join me and American Humane in supporting our heroic working dogs. Go to AmericanHumane.org to learn more.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Action begins this Tuesday, November 5th at 7:30 as the Orange and Brown square off against Central Michigan. Falcon Media Sports Network will have a preview and recap of the event available on bgfalconmedia.com.
Welcome back here to Millett Hall, where Bowling Green have just taken set number 1 rather convincingly here in Oxford, Ohio, 25-15. I'm Chaz McNeil, joined by Carter Leonard. And man, has Bowling Green looked pretty strong so far. 16 kills off of 32 attacks, hitting .406 with 3 aces and 1 block. Compare that to Miami. They've got 7 kills, 5 attack errors, 29 off of 29 total attempts, and a .069 hitting percentage with an ace and a block. Bowling Green have just shined offensively.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying at the top of the show. You know, keeping up that momentum has been the name of the game for the Falcons, and just starting out strong with this set, you know, having a 10-point advantage over the Red Hawks has been truly a big benefactor for Bowling Green right now, as set number 2 is set to begin here shortly.
You are right there, Carter, as on the floor for the Orange and Brown, it is what you would expect. Sydney Hernandez, Amanda Otten, Jessica Andrews, Mia Tyler, Alexis Mattel, and Lauren Hovey. For Miami, to serve will be Gracie Norris, the senior setter, 5'10", from Anderson, South Carolina. Lindsay LaPinta will check into this game for Jessica Andrews. On the serve is Norris. Norris's serve is up and high. It will be dug out there by Mia Tyler, kept alive. Bump set. Sydney Hernandez to Mia Tyler, soft touch. She tries to hit the donut, but it will be kept alive by Gracie Norris, pushed over by Anna Vetter. Kept up is Lindsay LaPinta to Lauren Hovey, and Hovey cashes in there with the attack. Out will check Mia Tyler and Sydney Hernandez, and in come Avery Anders and Jordan Newblatt.
Yeah, during the break, Chaz, we talked a lot about Lauren Hovey and how she's had a really big impact on the season so far, and that right there is just another case of her being that productive player that we know her for.
Anders' serve is up and low. It'll be dug out there by McClure. Kept up by Norris. Pushed over on the attack is Anna Vetter, and she sneaks it in 1-1. But Carter, I want to kind of expand on that a little bit because, as we mentioned in the pregame, Bowling Green have been spreading the ball so well. Mia Tyler, 5 kills. Jordan Newblatt, 4 kills. Lauren Hovey has 4. Amanda Otten has 2. They're just doing a great job of moving this offense around as Cermak will be dug out by Anders. Set up there by Lindsay LaPinta. Cashing in is Jordan Newblatt. As out will check LaPinta, and in will come Jessica Andrews.
Yeah, and you talked a lot about, moving the ball around. And when you look at Bowling Green's roster and just the statistics that they've had so far, just every single player out there is capable of really contributing well to when they have the ball in their side of the court.
Alexis Mattil will be dug out there by Cermak. Kept alive by Amanda Otten. Set up Anders to Jordan Newblatt off the hands. It'll be kept alive. Just at the top is Hovey. Dugout is Hovey. Nobody there. Amanda Otten trying to get that one out with her right arm. She will be unable to. Miami now sticking a bit close. 2-2.
I think Miami during the break just needed a quick refresher, and just so far they're keeping, as I mentioned, close tabs on BG this time around at least. Interesting to see if we see a little bit more of a competitive set here.
Libera Ava Francis will be dug out by Anders. Set up LaPinta to Newblatt. Kept alive is Cermak. On the attack will be Chelsea Williams, who will be blocked at the top. What a block there. Dominant showing by the combination of Lauren Hovey and Jessica Andrews, the Canadian wall, if you will.
Yeah, both Hovey and Andrews read that really well, and that got them the point, and great defensive effort.
On the serve is on the serve. Wow, I lost my wording there. As Lauren Hovey will be dug out, and it will go as an ace. That one going off the forearm of Gentry Warwick. She was unable to get that one up high enough. Aces for Lauren Hovey. That will go as the second, I believe, for Hovey. Silence falls over Millett Hall as Hovey's serve will be dug out there by McClure. A tough one. Kept alive is Gracie Norris on the attack. Anna Vetter, and she will get it as Jordan Newblatt tries, but she is unable to block it. 4-3.
Yeah, we talked about it in the pregame how the Red Hawks have had some of their star players do well this season despite the record. BG can't always look past their opponents, so the Red Hawks doing well for what they have so far.
On the serve is Anna Vetter, kept alive. Jordan Newblatt, bump set, joust at the top, and that will go down as a dunk for Gentry Warwick, who just got her 6'1" frame up and slammed that ball down in the face of Jessica Andrews.
I guess that was sort of a reverse jinx as Miami has now tied it up. Wouldn't you say, Chaz?
I would. Anna Vetter into the net. Service error. Bowling Green retake the lead, and I'm not saying anything there.
I guess it's best if we don't, just to avoid the dreaded commentator curse, as it's been on full display tonight so far.
Out will check Avery Andrews and Jordan Newblatt. In comes Sydney Hernandez and Mia Tyler. To serve will be Hernandez. 5-4, Bowling Green lead. Hernandez so far today has 1 error, no aces. This ball will go off of McClure. Kept alive by Norris. On the attack is Williams. That one goes off of Hernandez, and it will not be recovered. 5-all.
Definitely interesting from the Red Hawks. It looks like that they are more well adjusted compared to what we saw in the first set. So a lot more spacing as we have seen so far. But just it's only a matter of time to see who will prevail and who will not.
On the serve is Ellie Hansen, dug out by Hernandez. Set up Otten to Jessica Andrews, and she will score off the block. And you got to love Andrews, the junior, so calm and collected as she just watched that one and kind of shrugged and said out as it fell behind Falcon lines. Out she will check, and in will come Alexis Mattil to serve. Will be Lindsay LaPinta. LaPinta serve up over. It will be floated, and it will be kept alive by Ellie Hansen. Set up Norris. On the attack is Caroline Cermak, who tucks it in. Miami holding strong, 6 apiece.
Yeah, so far when Bowling Green has had the ball on their side, they were able to get leads, but they, so far in this second set, have not been able to pull away so far. So very interested to see if we will see any of that as time goes on.
Both teams doing a good job of siding out as Gentry Warwick's serve will be dug out by Lindsay LaPinta. On the attack is Lauren Hovey, and she will find pay dirt. Bowling Green stretch their lead to 1. Amanda Otten to serve now. She started this action from the service line with an ace. She also has an error so far today. She's got 4 digs and 13 assists. This serve will be dug out by Ellie Hansen, and Amanda Otten cooks up an ace. 8-6, she will go again.
I said it earlier, Chaz. Amanda Otten definitely going to be a name that we're going to be talking a lot more tonight. She has done a really, really solid job for the Falcons so far, and can't wait to see how she builds on that as time goes along. Because just, again, the whole Falcons squad has all done a great job. All of them are pitching in, just being spread, just doing their jobs at the end of the day.
Serve here by Otten is low. It will be dug out there by Hansen. Bobbled around at the neck, blocked at the top, and it will go Bowling Green's way, 9-6. We'll get the 3rd straight. Amanda Otten serve now.
Building that lead, that's what we talked about, you know, when it was 6-6. Now Bowling Green starting to build the momentum towards their way. So you got to continue to build off of that, because that's what's going to get you that 2-0 set lead.
Falcons up 3 here in set number 2 at Millett Hall. On this serve, it's Amanda Otten. This serve is low. That goes off of McClure. Pushed over is Mia Tyler. Will they get the point? It's kept alive. It's on Falcons' side. Set up Anders to Lauren Hovey. She will be kept alive there by the Red Hawks. On the attack will be Caroline Cermak. Blocked at the top, and it will go the Falcons' way. Alexis Matilla and Lauren Hovey combined for the block.
Just building that defensive wall right there has been something that the Falcons have done really, really well so far. Just that's why they have so many blocks on their statistics so far. Just great defensive effort.
Dan Gwitt calling a timeout before things get too out of hand here, 10-6. We'll take a break with them. You are listening to Falcon Volleyball here on Falcon Radio.
Everybody buckle up. Mom. Buckle up.
Let's go.
Buckle up.
Can we go to the store? Mom, can we get some ice cream?
Everybody, buckle up.
A lot goes on in the car, but you're in control. So only move when you hear the click that says they're buckled in. Never give up until they buckle up. Learn more at safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X.
Welcome back to Millett Hall here in Oxford, Ohio. I'm Chaz McNeil, joined by Carter Leonard. Amanda Otten is about to serve for the fifth straight time in a row. Otten has been insanely good so far this season. This serve will be dug out by Hansen. Set up Norris. On the attack is Cermak. Her attack will spin off the block. It'll go around the net, and it will trickle down on Miami's side. Unable to be rescued. Bowling Green up 5 now, 11-6.
Building that momentum has been the name of the game for Bowling Green so far, and we will continue to say it as time goes along.
Otten's serve is low. That will go off of McClure. Set up Norris. She'll be blocked by Hovey and Mattil. Bump set to Alexis Mattil. Her attack will be stopped by Hansen. McClure sets. It will be blocked by Caroline Cermak. Hovey and Mattil combine. Bowling Green score 12-6.
Jazz, we talked a lot about spacing for Bowling Green, and that's just a thing that they have really, really done so far, making sure they're spread out, not leaving many areas open. And on the Red Hawks side, it's been quite the opposite so far.
Amanda Otten will be dug out there by McClure. Set up Norris. On the attack is Reagan Lance, who you mentioned before. Lance's attack is a bit long, and she will be credited with the error as Bowling Green go up 13-6.
Yeah, Reagan Lance being one of those main contributors for the Red Hawks so far. Just another case of her really being that silver lining.
Amanda Otten will be dug out by McClure. Set up by Gracie Norris. Pushed over is Lance. That was a great spinning ball. And Miami get the point, 7-13. On the serve will be Gracie Norris, the senior setter. This ball is up and dug out low by Mia Tyler, kept alive. Amanda Otten, DeLauren Hovey off the block. It gets on the inside of the net, and Bowling Green now double Miami's points, 14-7. Out will check out will check Sydney Hernandez and Mia Tyler, and then we'll check Jordan Newblatt and Avery Anders.
Yeah, Miami just continuing to make mistakes. It's just something that they're going to have to get better. You have to minimize mistakes in order to really function well as a team.
On the serve, Avery Anders low, dug out there by Hansen, kept up Norris. On the attack is Anna Vetter. That goes off the block, spinning and falling Miami's way, 8-14 now. We'll get the second straight serve. We'll get a serve here by Caroline Cermak, as this one will be dug out by Avery Anders. Bump set, Amanda Otten to Lauren Hovey from the 10-foot line. Kept alive is Caroline Cermak. Pushed over is number 7, Chelsea Williams, who put too much mustard on it, 15-8.
Bowling Green marching towards that territory that they have been so good at so many times, just building those leads and just getting closer to yet another set victory for this Falcon squad.
On the serve is Alexis Mattil. That one tapes in front of McClure's. Nobody will get it. Falcons get the point, and Alexis Mattil gets the ace. 16-8, second straight serve here for Alexis Mattil.
The net definitely helped a little bit right there, so whatever means necessary to get those points up on the board.
This serve by Alexis Mattil will be a bit higher, dug out there by Cermak. Cermak on the attack will be dug out by Anders. Behind her, Alexis Mattil keeps it alive. Will it be set over? Yes, it will. Free play opportunity as McClure. Norris pushed over is Anna Vetter. Was there a hand on it? Yes, there was. That was Amanda Otten who tried to save that fireball that came off the hand of Vetter.
I'll say what a great job by Wayner right there, marching all the way down to the white Miami seats on Bowling Green sideline just to chase that ball down. That's just commitment right there.
Amanda Otten will pick up the serve to Jessica Andrews, whose attack is a bit too far. So 2 straight points there scored by Miami, 16-10.
Don't want to let Miami get back into this match and let anything happen.
On the serve, Ava Francis will be dug out by Anders, set up Otten. Lauren Hovey lays the hammer, 17-10. Jessica Andrews, excuse me. Ooh, that was play out of the middles there.
Jessica Andrews standing at 6'4". The height definitely helped her right there to get yet another Bowling Green point up on the board.
This serve by Lauren Hovey will be dug out by Caroline Cermak. Pushed over is Anna Vetter. On this attack is Jordan Newblatt. It will be kept alive by Chelsea Williams, but nobody will be able to get to it in time. That one goes into the stands, 18-10. Second straight serve here for Lauren Hovey.
Hitting very, very closer to that 20 mark as the Falcons keep chipping away at it right now.
This serve by Hovey is up low, dug out by McClure, kept alive. Norris on the attack is Williams. That one hit the floor in the face of Lindsay LaPinta, and Miami score there. To serve now will be Anna Vetter. Anna Vetter, just a freshman.
Always nice seeing the younger classmen get into it and try to make those big plays.
Vetter dug out by Newblatt, set up Otten, back to Newblatt. That one goes off of McClure. Joust at the net, kept alive is Andrews, pushed over. Andrews gets the final touch. Free play opportunity as this attack will be dug out by Anders, but it goes into the stands. Miami has scored 2 straight. 18-12 now. Bowling Green within 7 as Coach Tomich, you could read her lips there. Just calm it down. 1 serve at a time as Vetter will be dug out by Anders. Set up Otten to Newblatt. That one goes off the block. Vetter to Norris. On the attack will be Williams. Did that one go off the arms? Yes, it did. As that attack did a good job of getting off the block just on the inside of Amanda Otten's arms and going all the way through, as we'll get a timeout called here by Coach Tomich. You are listening to Falcon Volleyball here on Falcon Radio. Don't go anywhere.
I wasn't prepared to be a caregiver to Mom. I had no idea how hard it would be and what I would need to know. Things I never thought of, like how to improve her mood and ways for me to stay positive. Luckily, I found the Caregiving Resource Center from AARP. It had articles about the basics, but also information about the hurdles I was facing.
Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving. Articles, tips, and tools to help you both care for your loved one and care for yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Welcome back here to Millett Hall in Oxford, Ohio, as Bowling Green is up 18-13 against the Redhawks in what has been a pretty decisive first 2 sets, as Bowling Green have really not showed that much struggle here early, but this is the first timeout of the day called by Coach Tomich, who was not very happy with her squad for letting up a few points back-to-back. That was 3 straight by the Redhawks.
Yeah, just, closing out, that's something that we've talked about at the top of the show, and just like you said, Chaz, before we went to break, Tomich was just telling her team to just settle down, take it 1 set at a time, don't overthink, just go out and do your job the way you're supposed to do it, and just, you have to close out, but that comes at the calmness of the team. Don't panic. You still have a lead. You're still able to get this done if you just work together and do your job, as I've mentioned.
Well, my apologies, folks, as that was technically not a timeout. That was a challenge by Coach Tomich. That's why we put so much emphasis on her. But no, that challenge still went Miami's way. It'll stay, that challenge will go against Bowling Green, so it'll be 18-13. This serve will be picked up by LaPinta, pushed over by Lauren Hovey, and it will find pay dirt 19-13. Falcons now within 6 of closing out set number 2.
Yeah, number 7 for the Redhawks, Chelsea Williams, looked like she was trying to save it right there, but it was too little too late.
On the serve, here will be Sydney Hernandez. Hernandez's serve is low. It tapes, dug out by McClure, kept up Norris, pushed over will be Warwick, kept alive. Free play opportunity if Otten can get this over. Yes, she will. Redhawks get a free play. On this is Gracie Norris. It'll be dug out there. Will we get a touch of the tower? Yes, we will. As Bowling Green are now in the 20 club, just 5 away from closing out set number 2.
Well, it's not been the most dominant set for Bowling Green. They've still managed to really pull away and still get the job done. What a good job by Sydney Hernandez chasing that ball as it was heading to the backcourt where it didn't look like it was going to be catchable.
Sydney Hernandez's serve will be dug out there by McClure. On the attack is Gentry Warwick, who sends that one over and tucks it in. Miami draw within 6, 20-14. Number 10, Ellie Hansen will serve. The 6-foot outside hitter tapes it, dug out there by Hernandez. Otten tries to set her dump. She'll be blocked at the top. Otten sets up to Mia Tyler. That one goes off the hands. Kept alive by Hansen. Set up Norris. Soft touch, dug out by LaPinta. Otten sets to Hovey off the block, but it went through the hands with how much power that shot had. Bowling Green now 21-14.
This is the calmness that we have seen Bowling Green so far in this game. You know, Danielle Tomic just calming her team down, as we've mentioned before. It's just, that's what you need right there.
The serve by LaPinto will be dug out by Hansen. Set up Norris. Pushed over is McClure. Combination block there by Amanda Otten, and Alexis Mattil draw the Falcons within 3.
We've seen a lot of that so far from Bowling Green. It's just been a wall of humanity with Miami trying to get that ball over, but the Falcons just create that brick wall to stop everything.
Lindsay LaPinto will be set up, will serve. She'll be set up by Gentry Warwick. The attack will be blocked at the top, and now Bowling Green within 1 of set number 2. Or excuse me, they're within 2 of set number 2.
Was that a reverse jinx, Chaz? Perhaps?
Mayhaps.
As I mentioned, just that wall that Bowling Green has done with their defensive strengths, just another good example.
Lindsay LaPinto is up, high ball. It will be dug out. Set up Norris, setter dump, blocked by Mia Tyler, kept alive. Lindsay LaPinto on the free play, set up Otten to Alexis Mattil. We will get a Falcon score here, as that was 4 touches for Miami. So Falcons up 10 with the opportunity to close out with Lindsay LaPinto, 24-14.
And a big shout out to Mia Tyler right there for being the main contributor to that whole sequence of events.
Lindsay LaPinto's serve is out. So fate will now be in the hands of the Red Hawks, 15-24, as we might see an identical score for set number 2. This serve will be by Emily Morgan, usually a libero, the 5'5" senior, but the 5'6" junior, excuse me, from Milford, Ohio. Her serve up, low, dug out by Hernandez, just at the top, and it will go in the way of the Red Hawks, 24-16. Second straight serve coming up for Emily Morgan.
Well, we definitely won't see an identical score to what we saw in set 1. Just going to be 1 short right then and there.
On this serve is Emily Morgan, who is up, dug out by Hernandez, set up Otten to Mia Tyler, who will be dug out there by Hansen and will be kept alive. Free play opportunity, that one goes off of Lance. Hovey to Otten to Tyler, cross body cashes in, 25-16. We are going to set number 3 as Bowling Green are up 2-0 here at Millett Hall. Don't go anywhere.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
BGSU hockey continues action against the Ferris State Bulldogs on Saturday, November 2nd. Catch Falcon Media Sports Network's Ben Korak and Nathan Burkett at 6:45 for pregame and 7 p.m. for puck drop on WBGU 88.1 FM.
You have the right to know. The right to know about culture. The right to know about the economy. The right to know about technology and to know about sports. You have the right to know about education and politics and the weather. You have the right to know what's happening abroad and in your backyard. But above all else, you have the right to know that this right is under attack, and we must work to protect it. Because in order to be free, we must be informed. Understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
BGSU football cornerback Jordan Oladokin is this week's Falcon Media Sports Network's Athlete of the Week thanks to his efforts against Toledo. Oladokin snagged his first 2 interceptions of the year in the rivalry win at the Glass Bowl. His first interception was returned 61 yards to the end zone for his second career pick 6. To add to that, he also recorded 3 solo tackles and 2 passes defended. The 6-foot senior was named to second-team All-MAC selection last season after tallying 4 interceptions, 10 passes defended, 1 tackle for loss, and 30 total tackles. This has been Falcon Media Sports Network's Athlete of the Week.
Matt always knew he wanted to be a doctor. That's why he makes the most of every day. To study before breakfast, to work hard, to do whatever was necessary to achieve his goal. He found an answer in the military. If you have a passion, a vision for your future in any field, todaysmilitary.com can be your path to a fulfilling career. You have a calling, we have an answer. Find your way at todaysmilitary.com.
As an organ donor, your story doesn't have to end. The good in you can live on. In fact, you could save up to 8 lives and restore sight and health for many more. Sign up right now online as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. You'll be happy you did. And just maybe, someone else will be happy too. Go to organdonor.gov. It saves lives. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
BGSU men's basketball begins their second season under Todd Simon on the road against Southern Miss on Monday, November 4th at 7 p.m. Falcon Media Sports Network will have a preview and recap available on bgfalconmedia.com.
Every year, millions of Americans use opioids to manage pain, and reliance on opioids has led to the worst drug crisis in American history. That's why the CDC recommends safer alternatives like physical therapy to manage pain. Physical therapists treat pain through movement, hands-on care, and patient education. No warning labels required. When it comes to your health, you have a choice. Choose physical therapy. Visit moveforwardpt.com to find a physical therapist in your area.
Welcome back here to Millett Hall in Oxford, Ohio. I'm Chaz McNeil, joined by Carter Leonard. Carter, break us down a little bit what's gone on so far in this matchup.
I think there's only one thing you really can say, and that's just the Falcons getting off to a very, very hot start, being very, very dominant on both offensive and defensive fronts, and just continuing that momentum that we have talked about numerous times on the broadcast. And just while they have been dominating, I mean, the Red Hawks have been giving them a little bit of a challenge too every now and then. There's been times where, you know, the Falcons have been pulling away, but the Red Hawks, mainly in set 2 where they kept it close, but BG it's just been them the whole entire way.
It has been all Falcons on the scoreboard as of recent. 25-15 first set, 25-16 second set, as we are now just seconds away from kicking off set number 3 here in Oxford, Ohio. Amanda Otten will serve for the Orange and Brown. Otten waiting on the signal. The whistle will ring. So now Otten warming up. 3 bounces, spins the ball. It is up and low. It will be dug out there. Tough one by Ellie Hansen, kept alive by Norris. Pushed over is Cermak. Mia Tyler's attack is a bit outside. First time all day that Miami have held a lead against Bowling Green, and that was 1-0.
Better late than never, I suppose. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Miami tries to make a comeback out of this. Albeit being down 2-0, it ain't over till the fat lady sings, as you know the old saying goes.
This serve will be kept alive by Lindsay LaPinta, kept up by Lauren Hovey on what was a broken play. Kept up by Amanda Otten, pushed over by Lauren Hovey, and the Falcons tie everything up.
Here come the Falcons storming once again, Chaz. It's only a matter of time before they really break through and start to pull away, as we have seen so far in this whole entire match.
Avery Anders will serve for the orange and brown. This serve is low. It will be dug out there by Caroline Cermak, kept alive by Lindsay LaPinta. Set up Otten to Jordan Newblatt off the hands. It's McClure. Will somebody get there? Yes, they will. That will be in the form of Chelsea Williams. Free play opportunity as Otten goes to Hovey off the hands. Nobody there. 2-1 Bowling Green lead.
That's what we were just talking about, building that momentum, and the Falcons once again have a lead.
We will see if they will hold it, as Avery Anders will serve for a second straight time. This serve by Anders is low. It tapes, but it will be kept alive by Cermak. Set up Norris on the attack. Will be Williams, blocked at the top. Sent over is Anna Vetter. Amanda Otten to Lauren Hovey off the block, kept alive by Alexis Mattil. Jordan Newblatt keeps it alive. Avery Anders sends it over for the free play. Norris to Vetter, and she sails that one way over the heads of the Falcons. 3-1, Orange and Brown.
Orange and Brown have been really, really tough to beat so far in this match. Just everybody contributing, everybody getting at least one touch the ball every single time. Just, it's amazing to see how good this Falcons team is.
The serve by Anders will be picked up there by Caroline Cermak. On the attack, that was a heater by Chelsea Williams. The dump put back by Anna Vetter will work. 2-3. Out will check Anna McClure, in will check libero Ava Francis, and she will serve now.
Serving number 24, Ava Francis.
Francis's serve is low. It'll be dug out by Anders. Set up Otten. On the attack is Newblatt. That will go off the hands. That one bouncing off of Cermak. Bowling Green cash in 4-2.
Definitely seeing a lot of movement, around Bowling Green, just being aware of the situation around them as the Red Hawks, when they had the ball on their side, just swarming around, just making sure nothing gets by them.
Alexis Mattil's serve will get past a diving McClure, will be kept alive. That's gonna go as a attack error by Bowling Green. That ball hit the pole. 3-4, Bowling Green lead. To serve will be Anna Vetter. We have called her name a lot today, so far today. She's got 6 kills on 13 total attempts and she's got 1 assist and 1 ace. Caroline Cermak sets up to Chelsea Williams. It'll be kept alive. Otten to Hovey. Hovey crosses it over. Setting that one down the line, 5-3 now.
Only one word I can really think of is just wow. Lauren Hovey just continues to impress game after game after game.
So far today, Hovey has 9 kills with 4 digs, 2 blocks, and 2 aces. This serve will go off of McClure. Set up Norris. On the attack is Williams. Blocked by Otten and Andrews. 6-3. Bowling Green double up their lead.
That's about like the second or third time that we have seen Otten and Andrews really create that brick wall of defense, as I would like to call it, for the Falcons.
Well, with the height of the 6'3" Otten and the 6'4" Andrews, you struggle to find a taller duo in the MAC. As this serve by Lauren Hovey will go off of a diving Caroline Cermak. The attack, though, off of Gentry Warwick will fall good.
Yeah, you just mentioned the height of both Otten and Andrews just being, 6'3" and 6'4". You're not going to find a lot of breathing room, trying to get that ball around them. So great dynamic duo on their defensive front.
On the serve is Ellie Hansen. Jordan Newblatt digs it out. Pushed over is Jessica Andrews, easily fielded there by McClure. The pushover this time will be kept alive by Otten. That one goes off of Andrews. Will it be kept alive? No, it will not. That was 3 tough touches by the Orange and Brown. Miami draw now within 1 of BG.
Yeah, but you got to appreciate number 12, Lindsay LaPinta, that hustle right there to make sure that ball stayed in bounds. That's just one thing that we've noticed from BG is just the unbelievable hustle that they bring each and every time they step foot on the court.
Serving now will be Ellie Hansen yet again. Hansen's serve is up and dug out by Belle Laube, who checks into the game, kept alive by Jordan Newblatt and pushed over by Andrews. That one goes off of Lauren Hovey. Jordan Newblatt on the attack, and it will fall in between the combination of Laube and LaPinta. So interesting. Belle Laube, not somebody that sees a whole lot of action. She was redshirted a couple of years ago. She is in her 3rd year with the Orange and Brown. Just her 2nd. Technically, she is a sophomore. On this attack will be Jordan Newblatt, soft touch. Kept alive there by Cermak. Norris pushed over is Hansen, and she put too much on it. Miami tie, but they don't get their 2nd lead of the day. Bowling Green 7 to Miami 6. Out will check Laube, and in will check Hernandez and Tyler. Out goes Newblatt.
Kind of a similar start to what we saw in set number 2, where Bowling Green tried to build a lead, but Miami just keeps striking back and not letting anything get past them.
On the serve, we have Sydney Hernandez being dug out. The setup there, Gracie Norris. On the attack is Gentry Warwick for the score. Tied match yet again.
7 apiece.
To serve will be Emily Morgan, the junior defensive specialist from Milford, Ohio. Went to the creatively named Milford High School. This serve by Morgan will be dug out by LaPinta. Set up Otten to Mia Tyler, and she just makes a mistake, sends it into the net. 2nd lead of the day for Miami, 8-7.
2nd lead of the day, but it's never too late to make a lot out of a little if you're the Redhawks, but just trying to find some momentum of their own while BG tries to stand tall and do their job.
On the serve, Emily Morgan low, dug out there by Hernandez. Set up on Namia Tyler. Tyler with a fastball in the face of Morgan. That will tie the match up 8 apiece.
8 apiece. Another tie here to start the 3rd set. Like I mentioned, a little bit of a similar start to what we saw in set 2.
Lindsay LaPinta does her routine. This ball is up. She jumps. It's over and out. Miami retake the lead 9-8. On the serve here will be number 17, Gracie Norris. Norris's serve is up, and it is out. So back-to-back errors for the Orange, or back-to-back errors for both teams, as we're back tied up 9-9.
But Daniela Tomic is just telling her team once again to calm down and stay, remain calm, just gain back some of that momentum as Miami is starting to build some of their own.
The serve here by Amanda Otten is low. Dug out by McClure. Kept alive is Cermak. Pushing it over will be Hansen, who put too much strength on it, just trying to keep it alive. Bowling Green retake the lead by 1, 10-9.
It looked very close right there. It looked like it almost hit the ground, but once again, a great job by Anna McClure to make sure that that thing stayed up and did not hit the hardwood floor.
Amanda Otten tied with Hovey with 2 aces so far today. This ball will go off of a Red Hawk. Set up Norris. The attack there by Anna Vetter falls true. Anna Vetter so far today, 7 kills, 1 behind Chelsea Williams. So Red Hawks also doing a good job of spreading the ball, but not able to really get a whole lot out of it.
Yeah, but in those situations, you have to really make a lot out of a little.
This serve here by Caroline Cermak, dug out by Sydney Hernandez. Alexis Mattil puts it down, and Bowling Green are up 1. So the back and forth will continue.
Gotta love a good back and forth matchup between 2 conference teams. It's always fun to watch, and this is definitely no different, despite the fact that it's been all BG so far. But set 3 has definitely had an interesting start to it, Chaz.
Belle Laube is out to serve. This ball floats, dug out by Cermak. The setup Norris on the attack is Vetter, off the hands, kept alive by Otten. LaPinta bump set to Hovey, and she tucks that one in for the score. 12-10 now. Bowling Green lead. Belle Laube will serve for the 2nd straight time today.
Now is the time where you once again build that momentum. Being up 2 for the first time since the basically the middle part of the second set, so time to build up more.
Lauby's serve will be dug out by McClure. Set up Norris. On the attack is Vetter. Kept alive by Otten. Bump set. LaPinta. Soft touch. Hovey tries to get in the donut. Kept alive by McClure. Norris to Williams. Blocked by Matilla and Hovey. And now Bowling Green stretch their lead to 13. And we will get a timeout here called by Miami. Don't go anywhere. You are listening to Falcon Volleyball here on Falcon Radio.
To prepare for possible telecom outages, create an emergency communications plan. First, check important cell phone contacts and note local non-emergency numbers. Store at least one contact as in case of emergency, and make sure that person knows if you have medical issues. Also, make sure everyone in your house knows how to text. Check backup batteries and fully charge all phones and rechargers, and sign up to receive mobile alerts. For more info, go to fcc.gov/emergency.
Hi, I'm Arielle Winter. If you're anything like me, your pets are not only your best friends, they're part of your family. American Humane, which has been rescuing animals like Cleo here for more than 100 years, has life-saving tips that can make a big difference in a disaster. When disaster strikes, you want to protect your whole family, including your pets. To help keep your family safe and help our best friends in their worst times, find tips at AmericanHumane.org.
Welcome back here to Millett Hall in Oxford, Ohio, where Bowling Green are up 3-10, or 13-10, excuse me, on the rival Red Hawks of Miami, the bird battle, if you will. I'm Chaz McNeil, joined by Carter Leonard. Bell Lauby in to serve for the Orange and Brown.
So far, Chaz, we've really seen a little bit, probably the first we've seen of some back and forth action, despite it being a one-sided affair so far in this whole entire match.
Very similar to what we saw against Kent State on Friday, as this serve will be struggled to be dug out by McClure, kept alive. Lauby still struggling to get an ace, even though everything has looked very close. The attack by Hovey will go off the block and go outside, so Bowling Green up 14-10 now.
This is a great job by the Falcons once again, just being aware, having that awareness is what's going to get the job done, and just good presence.
Lauby serve, tapes, and there is the ace she has been looking for. She had two close ones just a second ago, but that one hits pay dirt. And for Bell Lauby, that is a big morale boost.
Having that morale boost is definitely always a good thing to have, and good instance of it right there.
Lauby's serve is up. It'll go off of McClure. The setup will be Norris. On the attack is Vetter. Kept alive. Otten to Paige Parlanti, who checked into the game for the Orange and Brown, and she will score. Parlanti transferred in this year, the junior, or the sophomore, excuse me. Bell Lauby's fifth straight serve will be dug out by McClure. Set up Norris. On the attack is Chelsea Williams, and she will score.
That being Miami's first score since the little timeout break that we had just a few moments ago.
Seeing the Falcons try a couple different looks in this third set, similar to what we saw last Saturday. This serve will be dug out by LaPinta, excuse me. Set up Otten. Paige Parlanti's attack will go good. 17-11. Bowling Green closed now within 8.
Chugging along to what will probably be another win for the Falcons, but you got to get there first. You got to make sure that you don't make any sort of mistakes. It being a 6-point lead for the Falcons, that could quickly turn away if things were to go awry, but so far it has been all BG.
Alexis Matilda serve. She'll be dug out by McClure. Set up Norris. On the attack is Gentry Warwick, and they will score 12-17. On the serve now will be Anna Vetter. 17-12. This serve is up and over, dug out by Lauby. Set up Otten, Over is Maria Tabak, who checks in for Lauren Hovey. Chelsea Williams' attack will fall fair. So we've got pretty much a fresher lineup than what we've seen. Maria Tabak, Paige Parlanti, Belle Lauby checking in with starters of Andrews, Otten, and La Pinta staying where they are. This serve by Vetter is up, dug out by Lauby. Otten to Parlanti. That one goes off the hands. It will be kept alive. That one bobbles up in the face of Otten. 14-17 now.
That's what we talked about, Chaz. You can't, if you're the Falcons, you can't get ahead of yourselves right here. I know you have a lead, but you have to get there first.
Serving yet again is Anna Vetter. This ball is up. It lofts, dug out by Lauby. Set up Otten to Tabak. Tabak, she sailed it, but what, did it go off the hands? Yes, it did. Point Bowling Green, 18-14 now. Back to serve will be Maria Tabak.
Yeah, letting Miami get those 3 to 4 straight points right there was something that kind of shut the momentum off a little bit for the Falcons, but got one back, and let's see if they can push to the end.
This serve by Tabak is low. It'll be dug out there by Cermak, kept alive. Lauby bobbles it up. Otten to Andrews, kept alive. McClure bump set. Far attack way behind the 10-foot line is Cermak, kept alive. Parlanti on the attack. She's a bit outside. Did it get touched? No, it did not. 18-15 now.
Now comes down a very interesting point of the game. Only a 3-point lead for the Falcons. Not the smallest deficit that they've had all entire game, but just you have to keep building towards that magical number, that being 25.
Serve here by Hansen, dug out by Lauby. Kept alive by Otten. Parlanti's attack will be blocked, and it will go outside. 16-18 now. And Miami closing in. I don't think BG will really do anything to tweak this lineup. It's very clear at this point that the game is starting to be salted away, but great reps you can see from a lot of these teams. Setter dump there by Amanda Otten. That is kill number 3 for the sophomore.
You talked about no changes to the lineup. It's like the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And never mind, out will check Belle Lauby and Paige Parlanti. In comes Sydney Hernandez and Mia Tyler. So Falcons now, they've kind of just maybe had enough, ready to close things out. This serve by Hernandez will be set up by Norris, blocked at the top by the combination of Otten and Andrews. Now it's 20-16.
Well, we talked about earlier, Chaz, Otten and Andrews being that dynamic duo when it comes to the Falcons defense right there. It's just been a wonderful sight to see if you're a BG fan.
Falcons in the 20 club. This serve by Hernandez, dug out by McClure. Nobody there, but it'll be kept alive by Norris. On the attack is Chelsea Williams, who will be blocked at the top by Otten and Andrews, but it will fall on Bowling Green's side. Miami still very much in this set, 17-20.
Yeah, it ain't over till it's over, but still the Falcons still have a 3-point lead. They have to keep going, keep chugging along, and Miami, you know, while they're keeping close tabs on the Falcons, they have to minimize mistakes because they've definitely committed a lot of those so far in this whole entire match.
Emily Morgan, deep breath. This ball is up, it floats, it's over. Dug out by La Pinta, set up Otten to Jessica Andrews, who nails one into the forearm of Tate Mercer, and that will go Bowling Green's way, 21-17. Lindsay La Pinta to serve. Falcons within 4 of their 5th straight sweep. This serve by Lindsay La Pinta is up. It's low, but it will be dug out by McClure. Set up Norris. On the attack will be Lance. It will be bobbled around. That one goes off of Maria Tabak, who checks back into the game. And Falcons now up 3, 21-18.
Hey, look at the kills compared to Miami from Bowling Green, 40-32. So that just says that Miami has had a little bit of firepower of their own.
This serve will go as an ace as Sydney Hernandez has trouble fielding that one. That one almost looked like it was going to head towards us, Carter.
Yeah, you know, got to keep your head on the swivel out here, and that's what we said during warm-up. Stay ready so you don't got to get ready.
serve by Gracie Norris is up, and it will be dug out by Hernandez. Set up Otten to Maria Tabak. That won't go off the forearm of Hansen. Norris on the attack is Cermak, kept alive. They meet at the top, and it will be an outside ball, but was it touched? Yes, it was. 21-20. Bowling Green's lead shrinks to 1. Will we see a Coach Tomic timeout? Miami score.
Here come the Redhawks. They're saying not so fast here in set number 3. So what do you do if you're the Falcons right here? You just keep chugging along and just keep doing what you've been doing.
Norris's serve is up, received by Tyler. Set up Otten to Alexis Mattil. That one goes off the forearm of Cermak, and that will be sent over by Hansen. On the attack is Alexis Mattil, who just adds to her, what would you even call it, Swiss Army knife of skills. 6 total blocks and 4 kills so far today off of 6 attacks. Her hitting percentage is about to go up, but we will get a timeout here called by the Redhawks. We'll take it with them. Don't go anywhere. You are listening to Falcon Volleyball here on Falcon Radio.
Chris Domine is a husband, father, an athlete, even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris's kidneys were failing.
The doctor said if you don't get a kidney transplant, you are going to die.
Chris received a second chance, made possible by an organ donor.
Your well-being changes from loss of hope to better times ahead.
What could you make possible as an organ, eye, and tissue donor? Leave behind the gift of life. Go to organdonor.gov, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
BGSU men's soccer wraps up their regular season by heading west to battle Oregon State on Wednesday, November 6th at 10 p.m. Falcon Media Sports Network will have a preview and recap available on bgfalconmedia.com.
Backs against the wall here for the Miami Redhawks as Bowling Green hold a 22-20 lead in set number 3 at Oxford, Ohio, as Amanda Otten will serve. I'm Chaz McNeil here, joined by Carter Leonard. Amanda Otten so far today has been phenomenal. 2 aces, as this serve will go off of McClure, be kept alive by Norris. The attack by Vetter will hit the net. It will be kept alive. Pushed over is Cermak. Falcons free play opportunity. Otten to Tyler. That one goes off of McClure, but it will be kept alive. The attack by Cermak will fall good. 21-22. And now call in the closer. Out comes Maria Tabak, and in comes Lauren Hovey.
Boy, I tell you, Chaz, it is getting too close for comfort right now if you are the Falcons. Literally just 3 points away from putting this whole thing away and moving on to tomorrow night's match, but you got to get there first.
Caroline Cermak, dug out by Mia Tyler, set up Otten to Lauren Hovey off the block. Did it go outside? No, it did not. So Otten looked at that one. She opted not to field it, and because of that, we have a tied match. And we will get a timeout here called by Coach Thomas. Now, there's only about 6 possible points, maybe, back and forth, unless we go into extra scoring. So we're going to keep it here. Let's talk about some of the things we've seen so far. Lauren Hovey has 11 kills off of 20 total attempts, 450 hitting percentage. Not to mention she's also got 3 blocks and 4 digs. You think that's good? Switch the page over to Mia Tyler with 8 kills off of 19 attempts, 263 hitting percentage, and she's also got 2 blocks. Jessica Andrews, a middle blocker, she has 4 blocks like you'd expect. Oh, but she also has 4 kills off of 8 total attempts, 375 hitting percentage. The Falcons have just been functioning differently throughout the month of October, and now it looks like that's going to carry into November. Yeah, that's right, happy November. It feels like that holiday of Halloween came and went, but Bowling Green still in for a bit of a scare, if you will, here at Millet Hall in Oxford, Ohio. Carter, what is the number one thing the Falcons need to do to close out this set?
Just stay on top of things, really, and that's what they've been doing this whole entire match. You know, just being spread out, moving the ball really, really well, and make sure that they set up plays to where they can get points up on the board. And you know, not to say that they're, you know, doing anything wrong on that front, but Miami has just been getting way too close for comfort if you are on the Bowling Green side of things. So Bowling Green just has to continue to maintain their defensive presence and make sure that Miami doesn't steal this set away from them.
Caroline Cermak's serve will be fielded by Hernandez. Set up Otten to Alexis Mattil. McClure keeps it alive. Norris, soft touch to Williams, kept alive by Otten. Free play opportunity that goes off the block of Hovey. Otten to Mattil. She gets it in there. 23-22. Bowling Green now just need 2 for sweep number 5.
2. Dos, ladies and gentlemen. That's all you need right there to be home free and get this W up on the board.
Out will check Mia Tyler and Sydney Hernandez, and in will come Belle Lauby and Jordan Newblatt. Lauby's serve is up, and it is carried and kept alive by Cermak. On the attack is Anna Vetter. Now we're tied at 23 because that attack sneaks by Lindsay LaPinta.
Yeah.
I haven't had to use this phrase recently, but we might see an appearance of the cardiac birds as my heart's starting to race. And now obviously Falcons hold a pretty solid lead, but still a little bit too close to comfort here as we round out. The serve will be picked up by Belle Lauby. LaPinta bump set to Jordan Newblatt. The ball will fall in the donut, and head coach Dan Gwitt not happy about that.
Jazz, I'm right there with you, my friend. You talk about your heart palpitations raising. I am right there with you, my friend. It has been one close set here in Miami.
For the match, Alexis Mattil, it's low, dug out by McClure, set up Norris. On the attack is Vetter, soft touch, but Mattil keeps it alive. That one goes off of Newblatt, kept alive again. Jessica Andrews sends it over. We get an error, a joust at the top, kept alive by Andrews. Mattil, bump set, Jordan Newblatt off the hands. It'll be kept alive there by Norris. To McClure, pushed over. Otten to Hovey, off the block. It's good. Bowling Green have won the set, but will there be an appeal? There's confusion on both sides. Are we going to get a challenge? Is the final play of this game is going to go off of a challenge potentially. That is huge. Dan Gwitt putting all his chips in the center of the table with this challenge. And I mean, smart move. It was close. You had the players on Miami's side saying it was in. They had the closest look at it. For Bowling Green, they were already celebrating. Falcons do have a timeout. If Miami were to score, we would go to extra scoring. 26 would be the number to reach now, not 25. But, I mean, great effort on all sides. Great dig early in that by Alexis Mattil, keeping things alive. That was a left arm dig.
Yeah, you talk about putting the chips at the center of the table. That's one of those high risk equals potential high reward. So it's going to be interesting to see if Dan Gwitt's challenge falls through the way he wants it to, but he seems pretty confident about it right now.
Quick review, it seems, as the line judge has made his way over to the table. He is getting a look at it, and he's having a conversation with Coach Tomich as we speak. Gwitt doesn't seem that happy. Neither side really looks that happy, in all honesty.
Like you mentioned, Chaz, a lot of confusion after that whole play was all said and done. It's just one of those things in sports where confusion happens.
And the final ruling is that it actually did go in, and Coach Tomich waves the challenge card and is ruling a challenge on a different portion of the same play. You know what, Carter? I saw that from the very beginning. I had to keep that in the back pocket. Coach Tomich now waving the flag. So we will get another break, and it's going to be off of a touch. So the initial ruling was that the attack was in. They then rule that it was not. Coach Tomich then says, I don't care if it was in or out. That went off of a Red Hawk. Now it's time for look number 2 in a row. What is better than a little Mac Maction volleyball on a Friday night.
Nothing better than that, Chaz. I've wanted to say at the top of the broadcast, very happy to join you. Just gotta love Maction, man. Just gotta love Maction no matter what sport it is. It's always fun to see, people come out to these events, to see that, it may not be the Big Ten, it may not be the SEC, but the MAC does have firepower in every category that you can think of.
100%. And already this review taking a little bit more time to figure out maybe Coach Tomic is on to something. You never know. And even if it doesn't go in her favor, Falcons would still have the opportunity to tie things up. So now we will get our ruling as the final point will stay with the Red Hawks. Miami stay alive. We're going into extra scoring. Coach Tomic and Dan Gwitt put everything on the table. Now, race to 26 begins.
Yeah, if you're BG, you just got to let that go. You have to reset because it's now a new ball game now, Chaz.
On the serve, Anna Vetter. This ball is up and received by Newblatt. Set up Otten to Hovey, soft touch. It goes off of McClure. It'll be set up, and attack will go for Chelsea Williams. Blocked and outside. Miami now within one of breaking the Falcons' sweep streak. And Coach Tomic wants all hands on deck. She's called a timeout, and finally we will take one with them. You are listening to Falcon Volleyball here on Falcon Radio. Don't go anywhere.
To protect her home and family in a disaster, Karen was willing to wade through water, mud, and insurance paperwork.
Yeah, I can do this.
You go, Karen! By simply understanding and updating what her insurance covers and doesn't cover now, she'll be better prepared no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
BGSU Women's Swim and Dive heads 2 hours east to battle Akron on Friday, November 1st at 6 p.m. Falcon Media Sports Network will have a recap of the event available on bgfalconmedia.com.
Welcome back to the Millett Hall, not Stroh Center, as this serve will be picked up by Bell Lauby. The setup, Otten to Andrews, off the attack. We will go to 27. This is why, Carter, I love Falcon Volleyball. You never know what you're going to get. It's always good, but you never know how far it's going to stretch. Now we're going to 27, and no one better to be at the service line than the serving maestro, Lauren Hovey. Hovey's serve is up. It's over. It's out. That is a service error from Lauren Hovey to put Miami in set point.
Yeah, you said it, Chaz. You never know what you're going to get when you go into these games. It's just it's the same type of thing in every sport. You never know what you're going to get. It's always so unpredictable, and this is another case.
Hansen's serve is low. Fielded by Lauby. Kept up is Otten. It will be pushed over. Kept alive. Otten just at the top. It falls, and Bowling Green will score, sending us to 28.
Gotta love this back and forth action right now. Nothing better than this right now.
Jordan Newblatt is up to serve for the Orange and Brown. Now, since we go to 28, both teams need 2. Newblatt's serve is up. It lofts. It's going to be kept alive by Hansen. We have Norris to Hansen, kept alive by Andrews. Bump set Tyler to Lauren. Hovey will be kept alive. Will McClure keep it that way? Yes, she will. Free play opportunity as Hansen opts to send it over. LaPinta, center dump. That one goes in the face of Hansen. It'll be kept alive. And then Caroline Serback laying the hammer, 27 to 26. Bowling Green up against the wall again.
And just to think, Chaz, if Miami comes away with this, we still have another set to go. So we may not be done here, ladies and gentlemen.
Gentry Warwick on the serve. High, kept alive by Jordan Newblatt. Tough one. Andrews to Tyler. Soft touch. That one goes into the net. Will it be kept alive? Yes, it will. Andrews. Otten to Andrews. Andrews tucks it in. What is better than 28? 29. We now will go to 29. I mean, honestly, I'm hoping for 50 at this point. I just love good, clean volleyball, and that's what we're getting. Lindsay LaPinta up to serve.
If they keep going, we'll keep going for as long as we have to. But just, man, what a credible showcase right here.
The serve, dug out by McClure, set up Norris. The attack by Reagan Lance falls true. Solid line shot, 28-27. Hopes back in the hands of a Miami server. This time it will go for Gracie Norris. Miami fans are on their feet. Norris, her serve, up. Fielded by Tyler. Otten, bump set to Hovey. Soft touch, kept alive there by Norris. To McClure, back to Vetter. Kept alive by Hovey. Otten, bump set to Tyler. Will Tyler tuck it in? She will not. Bowling Green's 4-game sweep streak is over. We are going to set number 4 here at Millet Hall. Don't touch those radio dials. You are listening to Falcon Volleyball here on Falcon Radio.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Standing up for what's right. Helping out when things go wrong. Seeking the truth and speaking our minds. Not just making records, but breaking them. Leading the way behind the camera, beyond the runway, and on the silver screen. Not just making our mark, but making a difference. Now that's a job for a Girl Scout. Girl Scouts, preparing girls for a lifetime of leadership.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah. 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they gonna know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
You try.
Volleyball continues their road trip against the Miami Redhawks on Saturday, November 2nd. Join Falcon Media Sports Network's Chad McNeil and Andrew Smith at 3:45 for pregame and 4 p.m. for first serve on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Welcome back here to Millet Hall as we will have a 4th set. And I don't think you could have predicted that going into set number 3, but here it is. Miami have taken their first set of this matchup in a very hard-fought, tight 29-27 extra scoring victory. Bowling Green still up 2-1. This 4th set could still close things out. As on the floor for the Falcons will be Alexis Patil, Mia Tyler, Sydney Hernandez, Jessica Andrews, Amanda Otten, and Lauren Hovey.
Boy, Chaz, let me tell you, man, I did not see this going to 4 sets after the dominating performance that Bowling Green put on in the first 2 sets, but that's why we stay and watch the game at the end of the day. For all you listeners and fans out there, it has truly been one heck of a match.
On the floor for the Redhawks to serve, starting off will be Gracie Norris. Following that is Ellie Hansen, Reagan Lance, Anna McClure and Caroline Cermak. Gracie Norris's serve will be picked up by Mia Tyler to Otten, back to Tyler. Tyler off of McClure. It's going to be kept alive. Anna Vetter on the attack. Outside, Bowling Green draw the first score of set number 4, 1-0.
Building that momentum as we have seen numerous times throughout this evening.
To serve will be Avery Anders for the Orange and Brown. Anders' serve is up and low, but it will be kept alive by McClure. Set up Norris, pushed over, soft touch. Nobody was there. Smart play there by Anna Vetter.
Miami showing some of their firepower that they have brought on heavy in the third set, and now it's bleeding into the fourth set as we are starting to go along here.
I mean, if we look into the stats a little bit, as the serve by Cermak will be kept alive by Otten. Newblad on the attack is outside. Miami up 2-1. But anyway, as we go and kind of look at these stats, in the fourth set, Miami had 1 kill. Wow, that's this set. They had 17 kills, 2 less than 19 for Bowling Green. And that's completely different than how the rest of the set went. The first set, 16-7. As the serve by the Redhawks will go into the net.
Hearing the BGSU chants in the arena, definitely something that you love to hear if you're a Falcon fanatic.
Alexis Mattil's serve is up and over. It will be dug out there by Cermak. Hovey to Anders, right back to Newblatt. Soft touch, somebody there. Are they going to call in the legal set on that? Yes, they are. Double touch.
Once again, it's just about minimizing those mistakes. And while Bowling Green hasn't committed a ton of them, like not a massive load of them, but just can't have those whatsoever.
The serve here by Ava Francis. Poorly received by Avery Anders. Miami up 4-2 now on the Falcons.
Just Daniela Tomic has got to remind her team just to settle down. It's still a long set. Still got to get the 25. Just regroup, and you'll be okay.
The serve here by Francis is long. That will go as an error. So she gets an ace and then an error back-to-back. Lauren Hovey up to the service line.
Serving number 14,
Hovey doing her pre-serve routine. This ball is floated up high. She jumps. It's sent over. McClure loses her balance fielding that one. It's kept alive by Norris. Free play opportunity for the Falcons. Setter dump by Amanda Otten falls true. We're tied at all 4s.
Looked like a bit of a hook shot there, but just down onto the floor. Great job by Amanda Otten. Excuse me.
Hovey to serve again. Hovey's serve is up and over. Kept alive by McClure. Set up Norris. On the attack will be Vetter. That one goes off the hands. Kept alive by Anders. Otten to Newblatt. That one goes off of McClure. Attack would have been out, but McClure tried to save it. Falcons retake the lead 5-4.
This is exactly what the Falcons wanted. Finally got a lead, a star out in set number 4. Let's see if they could add more onto it.
Lauren Hovey, third straight serve for the junior. Hovey's serve will be picked up by Cermak. Pushed over is Warwick. Otten to Newblatt, blocked at the top by the combination of Warwick and Emily Morgan. So we're tied at 5. To serve now will be Anna Vetter. Vetter's serve is up, and it will be dug out by Anders. Set up Otten to Andrews. That one gets bottled up in the face of Anna McClure. 6-5. Out will check Newblatt and Anders, and will come Tyler and Hernandez.
That's that aggressiveness that we have seen Bowling Green do for quite some time now, throughout the entirety of this season, and just what a phenomenal job.
Sydney Hernandez, so far today, she has 1 error and no aces with 5 digs. Hernandez up, low, picked up by McClure. Norris on the attack is Warwick. Mia Tyler, soft touch in the donut. Great dig there by the Redhawks. Kept alive as McClure. Hovey. Otten dumps it. And what a play by Bowling Green to get Amanda Otten more into this game.
That's twice now in this set that Otten has had a very similar hook-style play to get that point up on the board. Just another good showing of what Amanda Otten can do for this Falcon squad.
Otten at 6 kills as this serve by Sydney Hernandez is just a bit out. 7-6 now.
Really have to question, what Miami has really changed differently. Obviously, they only have 1 set win so far as time goes along, but just compared to like the first 2 sets, they have been playing way better than what we initially saw.
The serve by Hansen kept alive by Tyler. Otten to LaPinta. That was a sloppy play, but it was kept alive. Blocked at the top is Otten and Andrews, but the attack falls just short of the line. Miami sneak now and tie the game 7-7. Serve here by Hansen will be kept alive. Otten bump set to Lauren Hovey, and that's an attack error. She sailed that one a bit too far. Coach Tomich having a word with her players.
It's just those errors that really is what's killing the momentum for the Falcons right now, as they've committed multiple so far in the last 2 sets.
This serve here by Ellie Hansen, dug out by LaPinta, set up Hernandez over to Tyler. This ball is dug out, but it goes into the net. Bowling Green tie back up at 8. Out will check Jessica Andrews. In comes Alexis Mattil, and now Lindsay LaPinta will serve. LaPinta so far today is sitting at 1 ace with 2 errors. She's got 4 assists and 17 digs. This serve is up. It's dug out by Cermak, kept alive. The attack goes off of Hovey. Otten tries to save it, but it goes into Red Hawk territory. 9-8 now.
Lots of back and forth action going on.
Emily Morgan will serve now. This is a high serve and way outside. Lauren Hovey almost ran into that one. As she tried to cross court, she almost got a forcible service ace there. Amanda Otten will serve. Falcons have not had an ace since the 3rd set. This one going off of Ellie Hansen. On the attack is Cermak. The setup to Otten, to Mattil, excuse me. Otten back to Hovey. That one's bobbled around. And then finally a score by the Orange and Brown. You have Mattil up there trying to joust as she was just trying to get met up at the net with a Red Hawk. She didn't win the battle, but Hovey doing a good job of recuperating.
Definitely a war there at the net, as I would like to say.
Amanda Otten does her routine. This ball is up. It sails out. Tied game again. So in terms of service errors, Falcons already sitting at 9 with Miami at 6.
Definitely have to stop committing those errors, because that's what's putting Miami back into this whole entire match in the first place.
Served by Norris, picked up by Hernandez. Otten to Hovey off the block, it falls good. 11-10. Out will check Tyler and Hernandez. In come Anders and Newblack.
And for Hovey, that is her 13th kill of the match, as we are currently looking at the stats right now. Just another impressive performance from her.
Hovey 4 kills away, or 4 digs away, from a double-double. Anders' serve will be picked up. The setup, Otten to Hovey again. Make that 14 kills for Lauren Hovey.
As we've said, just continuing to add on to what has already been an impressive game for her. Kind of started out a little bit slow, but as time went on, she started to build a lot more to her stats, and it shows right here, right now.
We're going to get a conversation happening between Gracie Norris, as Coach wants some explanation on that. Dan Gwitt sent Gracie Norris over. On to serve again is Anders. Anders' serve is up and over. It will be picked up there by Hansen. On the attack is Cermak. Otten to Hovey. Off the hands, kept alive by Hansen. Norris dumps it in the donut. Not a soul in sight for the Orange and Brown. It's 12-11, Bowling Green lead.
Yeah, just a great job from Miami just setting that up. They saw that middle was completely wide open, not a single orange and brown jersey in the vicinity right there, and that cuts the deficit down to 1, as you mentioned.
On to serve is Caroline Cermak, picked up by Anders, set up Otten to Hovey, off the block. It spins around the net, looks like it would fall on the Falcon side. No, it will hit the scorer's table, Bowling Green up 2. Falcons go with size here, as out will check Lindsay LaPinta, and in will come Jessica Andrews. Alexis Mattil will serve for the Orange and Brown. Andrews serve, or Mattil, excuse me, is up, picked up by Cermak, set up Norris. The attack by Reagan Lance is just a dagger right in the center of the Falcons' middle blockers.
And for Reagan Lance, that will mark her 6th kill of the match so far.
Ava Francis now to serve. Francis' serve is low, kept alive by Anders. Otten, cross court to Hovey, soft touch, off the hands, bobbled around. It will be kept alive by Williams, and then we will get Norris just resetting the play. Otten to Anders, blocked at the top. Otten to Hovey. That one goes into the net and falls. We are tied now at 13. Miami in full comeback mode here.
Looked like the first setup that the Falcons were trying to do, Lauren Hovey was trying to go for the kill, and she had space to work with, but it looked like it was a little bit too high for her to really set it up the way she needed to.
The serve here by Francis will be picked up. Newblatt's attack will be kept alive by Francis. Norris on the attack is Vetter. Vetter way too far. Bowling Green retake the lead. And this is something in this set that we've seen from Bowling Green. They're getting points either out of Lauren Hovey or they're getting points out of an error from the other team. That's not how they've been winning these games. They're kind of going back to that 5-set mentality that they had to start MAC play. As this serve by Lauren Hovey will be dug out. Tough one there for Cermak to handle. McClure on the attack is Williams. Set up Otten to Andrews. Jessica Andrews laces that ball in. And we will get a media timeout, so we'll take it with them. You are listening to Falcon Volleyball here on Falcon Radio. Don't go anywhere.
Since the moment you were born, I've made 1,000 wishes. Wishes for your future in a world that's changing fast. Do play and laugh. Do win and lose. Do it all with confidence, kindness, and strength. And always do your best to remember that no matter what you do in this life, what matters to me is that you keep doing. Inspire kids to do at 4h.org.
BG Volleyball looks to sweep the Battle of I-75 against Toledo on Tuesday, November 5th. Join Falcon Media Sports Network's Ben Korak and Chaz McNeil at 5:45 for pregame and 6 p.m. for first serve on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Welcome back here to Millet Hall in Oxford, Ohio. I'm Chaz McNeil, joined by Carter Leonard. Bowling Green up 15-14. Here in set number 4. And Bowling Green really kind of falling off a little bit in terms of how they've run their team. We're seeing Lauren Hovey step up, become a much bigger role, and that's good for the team, but also at the same time, it's how are we going to get other people involved at the end of the day? As Hovey's serve is up and over, it will be picked up by a diving Cermak. On the attack is Vetter. That one goes off the block of Jessica Andrews. Otten tries to save it, and she's just about a finger length short of saving that ball.
And going back to a point that you brought up, Chaz, about, it's kind of all been Lauren Hovey, right now. I mean, getting her involved is good, but earlier in the match, we saw a variety of everybody getting involved.
This serve by Vetter will be dug out. On the attack is Jordan Nublat sending that one over for the score. So it's 16-14 now, and we will get a timeout called by the Red Hawks. We will take it with them. You are listening to Falcon Volleyball on Falcon Radio. Don't go anywhere.
Titans go!
When the Teen Titans go to the movies, they know the best way to travel is safely.
Hollywood, here we come!
Road trip! And you know it's super.
To keep your child safe, be sure to use the right car seat for their age and size.
Exactly.
We're finally on the big screen.
Have a seat, my dude. For more information on finding the right seat, visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Gotcha. That's a wise move.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
A ranger station.
I'd like to report a bear hug.
Okay.
I put out my campfire and Smokey Bear hugged me.
So you drowned the fire, you stirred it, drowned it again, and felt that it was cold?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's just letting you know you did good.
Bear hug from Smokey Bear. Status update.
I'm gonna let you go now. There are many ways to start a fire, but one sure way to put it out. Learn how you can do your part at SmokeyBear.com.
Sponsored by the U.S. Forest Service, Ad Council, and your state forester.
Miami have seen enough here at the halfway marker of this fourth set at Millett Hall in Oxford, Ohio. I'm Chaz McNeil, joined by Carter Leonard. And Dan Gwitt called a timeout for the Red Hawks. 16-14 is the score right now. Bowling Green got I want to make a little bit of an adjustment. I said Jordan Nublat got that kill. No, that was Amanda Otten, who is now up to 7 kills today. 42 assists, 2 aces, 2 service errors, 7 digs.
And Amanda Otten, I mean, we've talked about her all night. Just what an impressive game for her.
And the serve by Sydney Hernandez will go into the net. So we will just keep things going with the trading errors and trading mistakes. Something that was a common theme for Bowling Green against a lot of the early MAC teams. It seemed like they cleaned it up against Buffalo and Akron, but they're starting to kind of rear their ugly head at the worst moment. As this serve by Hansen will be dug out, set up Otten to Tyler. This attack by Cermak will be set up by Otten to Tyler. Norris on the attack is Cermak. LaPinta jousts at the top. That one goes off of Andrews. Great job by Hernandez keeping it alive. Mia Tyler sends it over. Free play. Norris on the attack is Cermak. Off the block, kept alive by McClure. Setter dump by Norris. Otten. Setter dump. That'll be blocked at the top. Hernandez and an attack error by Mia Tyler puts a blemish on what otherwise was a very clean volley by the Orange and Brown.
Yeah, just a lot of movement on their side, just seeing what they can do to really punch this away and make sure that Miami doesn't have a shot of coming back.
Serve here by Hansen. Jessica Andrews' attack will be dug out by McClure. Up goes Norris. The attack will go to Hovey. Otten to Tyler again. Mia Tyler overshoots, and we'll get a timeout now by the Falcons. So Miami's up 17-16. Getting towards the midnight portion of set number 4. You are listening to Falcon Volleyball here on Falcon Radio. Don't go anywhere.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
BGSU Cross Country heads to Muncie, Indiana to compete for a MAC title on Saturday, November 2nd. Falcon Media Sports Network will have recaps of both the men's and women's events on bgfalconmedia.com. Welcome back to Oxford, Ohio, and Miami, who have only won one match of MAC play so far this year, are giving Bowling Green everything they can handle and maybe even a bit more. Bowling Green went up to a big blowout lead to start, winning the first two sets, then lost a close one in set number 3. Now in set number 4, Ellie Hansen has the opportunity to give Miami a 2-point lead, 17-16 currently against the Orange and Brown. I'm Chaz McNeil, joined by Carter Leonard, as Hansen's serve will be fielded by LaPinta. Set up Otten. On the attack is Andrews. Off the block. Bowling Green tie it up 17-all.
Chaz, what can you say about this game that hasn't already been said? Just a lot of back and forth action, fighting to the bitter end. Nothing else can really beat this.
Lindsay LaPinta now will serve for Bowling Green. This serve will be dug out by Hansen's setup. Norris blocked at the top, and Bowling Green now retake the lead out of the timeout. Both squads still have one timeout remaining, so I would not be surprised if Dan Gwitt ends up calling one as we reach the closing portion of this set. LaPinta's second straight serve is up, over, fielded by Hansen. The setup to Norris. On the attack is Caroline Cermak, blocked by Amanda Otten, and it will fall on the Falcon side.
Yeah, it's just one of those blocking schemes that looked like it was going to go in BG's favor, but for once it didn't. So 18 apiece.
To serve is Emily Morgan, the 5'6" junior, and there is an error by Morgan in what is one of the worst moments you could ask for if you're a Red Hawks fan. Just a tough error there to give Bowling Green back the lead. But Morgan, so far today, has been very solid coming off the bench. She's got 3 total sets played so far, as this serve will be kept dug out by Otten over to LaPinta. Up goes Gracie Norris, and it will be put down. Bowling Green up 20-18 now.
I believe that is probably their biggest deficit of a lead so far in this set. So really goes to show how much of a fight Miami and the Red Hawks have been really putting up right now.
Amanda Otten up and out. That will go as Otten's third service error of the night and put the momentum just right back in the hands, or talons, if you will, of the Red Hawks. 19-20. To serve will be Gracie Norris. Norris from the service line has 1 ace and 1 error. This will be neither. Dug out by Hernandez. Set up Otten to Alexis Mattil. Kept alive by McClure. Norris to Cermak. Blocked at the top by Mattil and Hovey. And now we've got 21-19.
Edging closer to that magic number 25. If they get there, it will be all said and done, ladies and gentlemen.
Avery Anders now to serve, as out will check Mia Tyler and Sydney Hernandez for Jordan Newblatt. And as I mentioned, Avery Anders. The freshman does her routine, spins the ball. It's up, it's over, it's dug out by Hansen. Set up Norris. On the attack is Vetter. That one goes off the hands of Otten. 21-20. Red Hawks are sticking around.
Not going away, making sure that they stay in this to the bitter end. Just what a job. Like, the perseverance of the Red Hawks so far has been truly remarkable so far.
On the serve is Caroline Cermak, and she perfectly placed that. You couldn't have done it better. You couldn't have dropped it from the Falcon side better than what she just did on that serve. Right in front of Anders. Nobody over the head of Otten, right in front of Anders. Nobody could get it. Second straight serve here for Cermak. Ball is up. And a second ace in a row for Cermak. They are picking on Anders, and they are getting results. Timeout, Bowling Green. We'll take it with them. You are listening to Falcon Volleyball here on Falcon Radio. Don't go anywhere.
All over America, people are taking the National Radon Test. Have you? Answer true or false. Radon is a radioactive gas. True.
I didn't know that, no.
True or false. The Office of the Surgeon General recommends that all homes be tested for radon. True, your home should be tested. True or false, radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer. True.
I'm gonna dial the number and call.
1-800-SOS-RADON.
Keep your family safe from radon. Call now.
1-800-SOS-RADON.
NHL star Matt Martin for American Humane.
I've had my fair share of bruises and injuries. But for many who put their lives on the line every day, it's not always the injuries you can see that hurt the most. Every single day, 184 veterans are diagnosed with post-traumatic stress. When medications and therapy don't help, professionally trained service dogs can. American Humane has created a free guide to help veterans obtain these life-saving animals. For help, please go to AmericanHumane.org.
Welcome back here to Millett Hall in Oxford, Ohio. I'm Chaz McNeil, joined by Carter Leonard. What a run that number 14 Caroline Cermak has had on the orange and brown. 3 straight aces for Cermak. She picked on Anders twice, then she goes to LaPinta out of a timeout and still gets the ace. All in a row. Cermak had not a single ace up until this point. This serve by Cermak is up, and Anders fields that one. It won't go as an ace. Newblatt to Hovey off the block. Falcons now within 2. Miami need 2 to close out the set. Falcons need 3. Neither team in winning position just yet. Alexis Mattil will take this ball out for the orange and brown. So far today, from the line, Mattil has an ace. She's got an error, but she's also got 8 blocks. Mattil up. Dug out there by Cermak. Norris on the attack. Soft touch put back by Lauren Hovey. Will it be kept alive? Cermak to Williams. Anders to Otten to Hovey. That one pops. McClure. 23 all.
Oh my goodness.
And we'll get a timeout here called by the Red Hawks. We'll take it with them. You are listening to Falcon Volleyball here on Falcon Radio.
What is hope? Hope to me was just that he would get to come home. I had no idea how hard it would be once he got back.
I wish she'd stop drinking so much. She thinks it's helping, but it's not.
I act like I don't care if he comes to my games, but I hope he does.
I hoped he'd get help. He told me to stop asking. I didn't. Then one day he asked for a ride.
Hope is knowing there are other families just like yours, that the veterans they love got help and recovered. Go to maketheconnection.net and turn hope into action.
The BGSU women's basketball season turns anew as they are set to square off against Southern Mississippi on Monday, November 4th. Falcon Media Sports Network's Lucas Kleinmeyer and Caden Knapp will have the call on WBGU 88.1 FM beginning at 6:45.
On the floor, the orange and brown try to close out a set that they have tried to close many times before. Alexis Mattil up and over. It will be dug out on the serve. Sent over, free play opportunity is Cermak. Otten, set up to Hovey. She perfectly places it. Bowling Green, 24-23. And what is that whistle for? That is a sideline warning for the orange and brown. That's right, the bench got so into that play, they came off of their line. For the game, Alexis Mattil, she's up. Dug out by McClure Tough one. Set up Norris. On the attack is Williams. She'll be blocked. McClure unable to get it going. Bowling Green have pulled off the win here at Millet Hall. We will take a quick break. You are listening to Falcon Volleyball here on Falcon Radio. Don't go anywhere.
Imagine being fired because of who you love. Imagine being denied medical treatment because of who you marry. Imagine being evicted because of who you are. Millions of Americans don't have to imagine this. They have to live it. Because in 31 states, it's legal to discriminate against LGBT people. Get the facts at beyondido.org. Brought to you by the Gill Foundation and the Ad Council.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM.
When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything.
You guys, I love this song.
I love these nachos.
I love our kickball league. Ugh! I love this guy.
What's your name?
You know what I'd love?
A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
You have the right to know. The right to know about culture. The right to know about the economy. The right to know about technology and to know about sports. You have the right to know about education and politics and the weather. You have the right to know what's happening abroad and in your backyard. But above all else, you have the right to know that this right is under attack, and we must work to protect it. Because in order to be free, we must be informed. Understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
Every year, millions of Americans use opioids to manage pain. And reliance on opioids has led to the worst drug crisis in American history. That's why the CDC recommends safer alternatives like physical therapy to manage pain. Physical therapists treat pain through movement, hands-on care, and patient education. No warning labels required. When it comes to your health, you have a choice. Choose physical therapy. Visit moveforwardpt.com to find a physical therapist in your area.
BGSU football cornerback Jordan Oladokin is this week's Falcon Media Sports Network's Athlete of the Week thanks to his efforts against Toledo. Oladokin snagged his first 2 interceptions of the year in the rivalry win at the Glass Bowl. His first interception was returned 61 yards to the end zone for his second career pick 6. To add to that, he also recorded 3 solo tackles and 2 passes defended. The 6-foot senior was named to second-team All-MAC selection last season after tallying 4 interceptions, 10 passes defended, 1 tackle for loss, and 30 total tackles. This has been Falcon Media Sports Network's Athlete of the Week.
Welcome back here to Millet Hall. I'm Chaz McNeil, joined by Associate Head Coach Alex Del Piombo. Alex, walk us through what happened in this game a little bit.
Yeah, I thought we came out really strong, really focused, had a really good first 2 sets, really clean. And then as the match went on, Miami really stepped up their defense. They played a really good, really gritty defense. And I thought that kind of forced us into trying to do stuff we didn't want to do. And we made some unforced errors and lost a little bit in transition. But by the end, we found a way back, and that's what good teams do. And we're really proud of our team for finding a way.
The Falcons were on a 4-game streak of sweeps.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a good or bad thing? Is it a neutral thing just to have it snapped in a game?
Yeah, good question. I mean, as a coach, when you win, it's easy to be like, these are all the things we're doing well. I think that when going to 4, now that we got the win, though, but we were pushed, it's good for us to kind of look at, like, what do we got to keep getting better at? We talk about all the time, how do we keep getting better every game? And when you have an opponent step up like Miami did tonight, it makes us better. So win's a win, and we're happy for it.
A couple great performances out of a few of your players.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren Hovey had 18 kills, 7 digs. Just going through. Mia Tyler had 11 kills. How big has it been to spread the offense? I mean, we saw Amanda Otten also got a piece of the action.
Yeah, I think that's what good teams do. My favorite is when everybody's got the same amount of kills, that everybody's at like 6 or 7. But, when you have people that know how to step up and take over, it's what really, really good teams do too. So, tonight Lauren had to step up a little bit more. We know she's more than capable of it, and she did that. But we love it when it's really balanced, and having studs is always a good thing.
In that third set, we saw some of Belle Lauby, and you guys stuck with her through the end of that third set.
Yeah.
Could you tell us just a little bit about that decision?
Yeah. Well, Belle's a really good serve receiver, and I felt like our first contact was a little bit, we were in semi-system a lot, and so we put Belle in to help us get a good pass and be able to run our middles more. Our middles have really high, attacking percentage. Alexis Mattil hit 500. Jess hit 500, so the more we have a really good first contact and use them, the better, and Belle puts up a really good first ball.
Coach, yesterday it was announced that Bowling Green Volleyball donor fan, just a big part of the Falcon family, John Stansbury, had passed away recently, and he has been such a big part of this program. How impactful has this win been to you guys, and just tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it was a hard week. A lot of our players have known them for, their whole career. So it started when they started getting recruiting. We know the family. They're part of our family. Our parents are all very close with them. And, it's always hard to know that someone's at peace, but you're going to miss them. And it was an emotional week for us. But we know what John wanted, and John would want us to go play our best and continue to work hard and make him proud. And that's what we plan to do the rest of the year.
All right, Coach, thank you so much, and have a great game tomorrow. We'll see you
guys.
then.
Appreciate it.
With that, we're going to head to a short break before we have post-game. Stay tuned. You are listening to Falcon Volleyball on Falcon Radio.
The average time a resume spends on an HR manager's desk is 7 seconds, and most of them are tossed aside. Now imagine if one of those resumes belonged to Yasmin, who was
living in a shelter, juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
We rely so much on a resume, yet it could never tell the full story of someone who
had to be independent and take initiative. And that's how I handle every project I get.
Discover new ways to develop great talent at gradsoflife.org. Brought to you by Grads of Life and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Titans go! When the Teen Titans go to the movies, they know the best way to travel is safely.
Hollywood, here we come!
Road trip! And you know it's super. To keep your child safe, be sure to use the right car seat for their age and size.
Exactly. We're finally on the big screen.
Have a seat, my dude. For more information on finding the right seat, visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Gotcha. That's a wise move.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Millett Hall for one final time tonight. I'm Chaz McNeil, joined by Carter Leonard. And Carter, this was a test for Bowling Green. This was something that we had talked about in the past of you can never overlook an opponent. They didn't do that against Kent State. They ended up sweeping them. But then they got this very big, hefty lead and kind of just fell flat towards the end of it.
Yeah, it's just all about really closing it out, as we mentioned at the top of the show. Just, past 2 matches where they were that 3-set team that just got it done and just completely dominated. We didn't see that tonight. And, Bowling Green, they kind of went back to their old ways, not necessarily falling flat on their face completely, but just making those mistakes to let a team like Miami get back into it and, possibly turn this game over its head. So, but luckily that wasn't the case tonight. Bowling Green still walks away with another dub to their record, and on to tomorrow.
That is for sure. We are going to have a recap of this game on bgfalconmedia.com just in probably about an hour or two. I'll give Artie Abrego the time to get that out, but I think that's been enough said for today. Very exciting matchup, and we'll have it again tomorrow. I will be on that call, joined by Andrew. They're giving me the call off here. I got to hurry up. I got to get this wrap-up done. So just a couple thank yous. So first off, I want to say thank you to Nate in the Queen Center studios, pressing all the buttons, keeping us on air. Really appreciate that out of him. He is amazing. Now, to my partner, Carter Leonard, I want to say thank you for joining me today. I want to say thank you to Cayman, our photographer, for coming along with us on this 2 to 3 hour journey. And obviously, thank you to Athletics for allowing us the opportunities to come here and hang out and have a good time. But I got to rattle these off here. Thank you to Derek Vandermeer, the athletic director, Kyle Edmond, the SID for volleyball, and Lucas Kleinmeyer and Tyler Cavalitz, the people who help run Falcon Media Sports Network. Finally, Carl Smith, Falcon Media Manager. And with that, the final thank you, I want to say thank you to you guys. I've been Chaz McNeil, joined by Carter Leonard. Have a phenomenal rest of your day, and we'll see you right back here on WBGU at 4 p.m. tomorrow.
This broadcast has been a Falcon Media Sports Network production. For more BGSU sports news and updates, follow Falcon Media Sports Network on Twitter X at BG_FMSN, BG Falcon Media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and head over to BGFalconmedia.com.